I usually start about like about 3:50 to 4. All right, you ready? This is my meditation time. First thing in the morning. Inspirational in the morning. How do you guys listen to music in the morning? Sometimes I listen to a sermon. Warm up is almost complete.
How many sets are you doing on this one?
About 4 sets.
4 sets. Okay. Do you usually move up in weight or?
Move up in weight, progression. So progress stuff like this right now is just a warm up, and then we'll get into we're gonna do some T-bar rows a day, do some dumbbell rows, and usually don't do a lot of lat pull downs until either the very beginning of the workout because just to warm the shoulders up, and then I might do a few at the end of the workout. But I believe in order to build a thick and wide back, that rows are the best way to do it. And so any kind of rowing, but lat pull downs, it's okay, but and they're good for detail. But right now I'm not really worried about the detail. Detail comes with a lot of diet, so I want to build that mass and that bulk still. So a lot of rows, dumbbell rows, T-bar rows, rack pulls, do some other rows too later on that align with double dumbbells. But that's to build a good looking back, again with the width, strength, and then also thickness in the back. So let's build your backside up. So I don't do a lot of repetitions until I start getting a little heavier. Right now we're just trying to warm up. So probably doing like 5s and 6s. No point in wearing yourself out with a bunch of lightweight, but to the heavyweight, then you wear yourself out. So this will be the last set of the warm-up, and after that we'll get down to business. Main thing I want to do is when I'm doing this, I want to feel my back work. Your back is something that you really don't see, so you have to be able to feel it work from the top to the bottom. If you look at an anatomy chart, you want to be able to work those different muscles that you're focusing on, whether it be the lats, the rhomboids, the trapezius. You want to be able to focus on those certain muscles, so you have to feel that. In bodybuilding, even strength is more about being able to feel it rather than just going through range of motion to hit 10 reps or 15 repetitions. You want to be able to feel what is going on with your body every single second. fight begin. So a lot of times whenever we're working out with the back, when I'm working out with my back, with my clients, everyone's body is, nobody's body is the same, of course, but you want to make sure that one side is not more dominant than the other side. So right now we're working a bilateral movement, so both of the sides of the body working the right side and the left side. Again, it's just for a warm-up, but later on down the line we'll be doing a unilateral movement, so one side will be working at a time. And the reason why I do that with myself and also with my clients, because nobody's body is the same, and everybody has imbalances. I have imbalances. Most likely you're going to have imbalances as well. And so unilateral movement will help you to correct those imbalances and help you know your right side from your left side. And so we'll be doing a lot of unilateral movements today with the rows and dumbbell rows and also cable rows too. So, but we'll make it work. All right, here we go. So we'll do one more set here, and then we'll probably wind up leaving the weight on the bar, most of the weight on the bar, come back and do a little deeper movement. So again, it's just rack pulls, and right now the lower back is straight, and you'll see later on I'll lighten the weight and my lower back is actually going to bend. So a lot of people might have an issue with that, but I'm looking for the development of my entire back, not just to certain parts. So I want to make sure that my entire back is going to work. So yeah, one more set here, then we'll move to something a little different. Boys and girls, always re-rack your weights. Very important for the next person. Unless you're in the gym by yourself. So now we're going into our unilateral movement. And again, it's just to make sure that we separate the right side from the left side. Make sure that they're both working evenly. And if not, we make adjustments. It's much easier to do when you're working with dumbbells or kettlebells rather than working with the bar. So, yeah, I tell everybody that, you know, when you come into the gym, it's like I woke up at 2:30 this morning to be here. I usually don't work out at this location, but if you're gonna wake up that early, if you're gonna do anything, you gotta do it 100%. Don't do it halfway. Wherever you are, you wanna be there. So right now, I'm actually in the gym. I'm in this workout. And this is getting like my meditation time. And from here, I can continue on throughout my day knowing that, kind of in a selfish way, I took care of myself first before I could take care of others. So working on our second set, and you'll notice that right now, you notice that my reps are kind of low. With the last set, I'll take it to 15, and because I want to get as much as I can out of that last set. So I'm kind of leading up to almost like a climax in a workout, and we'll stay here for a little while with the climax here, and then with a couple of other exercises too, and then we'll kind of taper it down a little bit. But I'm gonna put my maximum effort into the dumbbells with 15 repetitions instead of going for like 6 or 8 or something like that, or 10. This set will be 10, then the next set will be 15. And it sounds kind of backwards because most people say, okay, I'm going to get 10, and they start tapering down to 8 or 7. But for me, if I do it the reverse way, that's a little more tension on my mind in order to keep accelerating and getting better rather than kind of getting worse, if you want to say it that way. Hey. So just did 8 on that set because again, I want to hit my 15. My mind is saying 15 for the last set that I do here. So to make sure I can get it. So we'll take a little short break and we'll go for a 15 on each side. So this is 140 pounds right here. That's the heaviest that we go here in the gym. It's 140. But again, the weight is irrelevant. It's how you work the weight. So I could do 160, or I could do 100, and it'll still feel like the same because I'm looking for how much work I get out of that one particular muscle. How much strength, how much power can I get from it? So weight is kind of irrelevant, and it's how you work it all the way through. So about another minute break or so, we'll do our 15. In between each set that we do 15 on the right, about a 45-second break or so, 15 on the left, and then we finish with this set, or this particular exercise. We'll go from there. I am heating up quite a bit, so we'll take the sweatshirt off. And that's the last of those. So it's almost like running a marathon or a race. And when you almost get to the finish line, you start slowing down because you're almost there. You're going to make it. You're almost there. So you start slowing down and get a little comfortable. Well, my mindset is kind of the opposite way. So if I see the finish line coming up, I sprint toward it. I'm going to work harder. Because at the end of the finish line, I want to know that I gave it my all. Rather than slowing down, I speed up. And I'm going to cross that finish line. In my mind, a complete winner. And again, knowing that I gave it my all the way through, especially at the end. So with this, I'm going to do 2 sets with what we call it more of a neutral grip with the hands, trying to hit the entire lat muscle and also right in between the shoulder blades. And then I'm also going to do 2 sets with what we call a pronated grip, so the hands will be, the palms will be facing down toward the floor, and that's going to hit more of the upper back, so a little bit of back of the shoulder, rear deltoid, more rhomboids, and also more middle trapezius. And again, we're looking for the thickness through the back, functional strength too, because if you don't have good rhomboid strength, then your shoulders will tend to go forward, and that throws your entire posture off. So I want to make sure that we get not just the looks, but you want the function of it too, of your back. So last 2 sets we'll do here are going to be, again, pronated grip. Palms are down, and we'll get more of the middle back. So since the middle back is not as strong as incorporating the lats, we're going to decrease weight just a little bit. They go for 2 sets of 10 on that. On that one, that's wide. 1 more to go. Whew. So you can see how much I'm sweating right now. It's kind of what I expect out of my clients too. So, but it's just give them 100% for the time that you're here. A lot of you guys out there, you guys are moms and dads, and you guys don't give yourself a chance for the day. You don't give yourself enough time because you give it to everybody else. And don't forget an analogy that was told to me a long time ago. It's like, what is the first thing? Let me sit down into an airplane about to take off a flight. What is the first thing that the stewardess or the steward says to you? Make sure that if there was an emergency, make sure that you put your mask on first before you put your child's mask on first. Basically what they're saying is, take care of yourself first, because if you can't, you cannot take care of your child. So just remember that. So again, that's why I wake up early in the morning and I do this, so that I can be around for my family, and I can be strong, I can be healthy, eating well, working out, taking the time for yourself first, and you can take care of other people throughout the day. So keep that in mind as we go through our last set here. That's over here. This is going to be like a deadlift, but I round the back off And the reason being is because I'm trying to hit, again, the entire lat. And I think about it, again, you know, on stage, about whenever you do your rear lat spread or your back double bicep, you want to make sure that you have the definition of that muscle and then be able to connect to that muscle all the way down to your waist. So from your waist to right below your underarms where you want to connect. And that's one reason why we're going to go with this light, because we don't want to put any, too much tension on the lumbar spine, but just enough to get a little activation back there. So I'm going to grab some blocks. All right, we're gonna do one set of lat pulls and then we're good.
Your rests between them are pretty short.
Pretty short. Keep the heart rate up a little bit, keep the blood flowing. 3-minute break is optimal when you're trying to put on size, but number one, it's not my only goal. I'm also leaning up. Number two is I'm not really looking to push the maximum amount of weight right now. And number three is I just don't have that kind of time. So 45 seconds, 1 minute break. Usually what I do, it keeps my conditioning up. So I'm not just strong, but I also want to be conditioned. I want my heart to be conditioned. I want to be able to do 15 repetitions, not just 5 or something like that. I'm a bodybuilder athlete, so I'm not looking to take a bunch of breaks. When you're out in the real world, you're not gonna have a break. So you might need to just keep going and keep going and keep going. You might have a 30-second break, something like that, but you're never gonna take a 3-minute break when you're doing something. Let's say you're loading up firewood or whatever it is. You're not gonna take a 3-minute break and then start loading with some, 2 or 3 more logs and then take a break. It just doesn't happen like that. You just keep moving, you keep moving, you keep moving. And you also want your heart condition. And most importantly to me, you want your mind condition to keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. So last it here, we'll do reverse. And that concludes the workout. So, and again, whatever you do it for a reason. And so, one of the main reasons that I do what I do, I'm 43 years old now, and I do it because I want to show other 40-plus-year-old men and women that it is possible to do. I've been doing this for a long time, but it is never too late to start. And the most important thing is because I want to show young people what they're also able to accomplish. And I have a son, and I want my son to see what is possible within a 40-year-old plus male, and to show him that in order to keep pushing in life, you have to have a drive. And my drive, in order to, show people what is possible, one of my drives is my son and my family. I want to be around for them. I want to be around for him. And so that's the reason, one of the reasons, the main reason why I do what I do, to show him that it is possible. Whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. That's it. Y'all have a blessed day.
All right.
So I'd like to thank my wife for always making sure that I have something to eat. My post-workout meal, deliciousness. That
do
is
you
some
have
good
there?
stuff right there. Look at that. That is about 1.5 egg whites or 1.5 boxes of egg whites. And sweet potato. Man, it doesn't get any better than that. I can't wait. In the morning too. It's a little better than donuts and cereal and stuff like that. Y'all take it easy.